Hello. And maybe some pink also. Alrighty. Oh, I need to get white cardstock. Stand by. Okay. Got the white cardstock. What else am I missing? I think that's it. I think for this one, I'm going to do a fold out layout on the back of this one. Hi, Dre. So I'm going to take this out. I'm also going to take out one of these page protectors for reference. And I'm going to measure. We're going to do the smooth white cardstock. Hi, Babs. That was a wave. How are you guys today? Okay, you're now Allie again. Noted. Thank you. Kudos to you. I think that that is an excellent idea. All right. I'm working in my Citrus Twist Life Crafted album. It's not an album that has any sort of like theme to it. I kind of just, when I'm feeling like creating in a smaller size, that's the one that I lean toward. I'm trying to line this up. What are you guys working on today? Let's see. I cut off the part that had my measurement on it, so I'm trying to figure out where to cut it. Maybe a little wider. Cool. Are you doing a traditional traveler's notebook layout? Like in a bound traveler's notebook? That was very close. It was off a little bit, but it'll work. Nice. I haven't made anything in a regular traveler's notebook in quite a while. Might have to. Oh, I needed 2 pieces of that. Might have to give that a go one of these days. Oh, yikes. I made this a lot small. Oh, no. This is the wrong piece. I'm all turned around already. How did this piece end up so long? I measured the pocket, not the paper. That's how. Okay. Luckily, it's just too long. Can't add paper to it. Well, I mean, I guess you could. It's harder to add paper to it. That was always my favorite part about working in traveler's notebooks, was how like big and bulky they would get. So I get that. I liked it, but then I also was annoyed by it at the same time. I guess for the flip portion, I will use textured cardstock. Why do I have dried glue on my hand? Okay, but not measuring that. And yes, this is the very lazy way. I could probably make this 10 times easier on myself if I just properly measured, but I am lazy and I will not. Okay, the length. Ah! That's the one thing I don't like about this trimmer. I love this paper trimmer, but this thing flips up and down so easily. It's sometimes annoying. Is she currently doing this? I'm assuming yes. All right. Oh, and before I forget, I was going to finish this in today's stream, and then I got to my desk a few minutes early, and I started working on it, and I ended up finishing it. So if you guys were here last stream, you'll have seen this one. I just typed up my journaling on some clear sticker paper and adhered it to the tab, or the tag, and then added the stars and the splatters. That was that one. Hi, friends. Oh, thank you, Haley. All right. I'm going to start by adhering this down, but I'm going to use some washi to create the hinge for this, and I want to sandwich it between the two. So I'm going to pick a washi that's not too bright. I'm thinking maybe this grid pattern will work well. Or, yeah, that's the one we'll go with. So I'm going to take, actually I'm just going to pull this off and take enough washi to cover the entire length of this paper, and then a little extra as well. Of course, tangled. I've been having the most off week. And today is the first time I've done anything creative since our last stream, so I feel a little rusty. Okay, I'm gonna put half of this down on this paper. Probably gonna have my head all up in here for a sec. All right. So I have the first half. And then I'm gonna go ahead and adhere the second half. Wait, that's not what I wanted. I did it backwards. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. This is gonna go back here, and then this is the one that will go on this side. Now I know what we're doing. Oh no. I say you flip your whole notebook upside down and just do an entirely upside down spread and leave it upside down. Because that tape is serious business and it's not going to be fun to try to pull that off. All right. Put that, and then we're going to adhere this down before I cut that off. What are you guys working on today? Other than the upside down traveler's notebook layout. Which please share a photo of using our hashtag so that I can see it, because I'm sure the layout itself is going to be absolutely beautiful. Just has a little extra character to it. Also, there's that eraser, finally coming in handy. All right. Adhesive is on. Also, I'm almost out of adhesive again already. I need to buy that stuff in bulk, like big bulk, like 10 rolls at a time. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Just judging by the fact that you have to clean to do a clean out, even though you get to look at pretty patterned papers, if it were me, I would go straight for the keychain. All right, now I'm going to just start on this side and adhere that straight down, and then the washi tape right there will be sandwiched in between the two. And then we're going to put another sheet right here so that it will be sandwiched on both sides. Although, yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's cut the tape off. Yes. Pattern paper is always one of those things where you have to like pull all of it out and then make new piles. And for some reason, for me at least, once I get the paper out, that's when I decide that I'm no longer in the mood to do that. And then I just have like piles of pattern paper everywhere for weeks. Could just be me. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and punch my holes so that I can keep track of the orientation of this thing, because I can already tell that this could end up upside down like Allie's TN layout. Especially if I get talking. Man, I cannot talk and craft at the same time, as you guys know. Whew. Oh yes, that's right. Dre's gonna do all of our organization for us. I forgot. Whoa, I'm hitting things. Let's Story of my life, these little things getting stuck, the little circles getting stuck to my hole punch. Because I'm punching through adhesive. Can't avoid it. There we go. I don't know what this little piece is sticking out from the top here, but I'm going to go ahead and trim it off just because it looks funny. Okay, which way is this going to go? So it'll go like this, and then it'll flip open like that. And I'm going to use these photos and where are those papers? The papers that I used on that last layout. So I really like that color palette. Okay, this, yellow stars, more stars, and this one. I think that's all of them. All right. First, I guess I should figure out where my photos are going. Then I'll know what papers to put down. You guys ever go back through your old Instagram photos for like inspiration for your new layouts? I was telling you guys on, what was it, Thursday? Did we stream on Thursday or Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. I was telling you guys how I've been in like a crafty funk. And so I was looking back through my old Instagram photos that I had posted of like layouts from years past. And some of them I was really excited about. Some of them I forgot that I even created. And then I felt like I needed to pat myself on the back for coming up with that at some point. I'm gonna have to do a scrap lift of myself of just a bunch of layouts. Okay, I'm gonna back one of these photos at least in this light blue color because it really makes the photo itself pop. So let's start with that, one thing at a time. Put that there. Also, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for this fold-out layout. I only have 2 photos, and I still want to have the other side of this layout. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So my options are going to be print out more photos because this day had a couple matching photos that would look good, or fill it in with embellishments. So we'll have to decide that after the papers are down. Oh, that's right. We discussed that. Please do. I would still love to see that. Okay, 1, and then I'm just going to put tape on the back of this one while I'm doing it because I know I'm going to end up backing it with something. And 1 more in the center, just because, I don't know. I feel like if I put adhesive on all the edges, it just needs 1 piece of adhesive in the center. That's just one of those weird things that, like weird crafty habits. Also, the weather has been really odd. Yesterday, I think, was it yesterday? That was the first day of summer. It was raining here. And now it's like super sunny again today. What is high of 76? So like a week or 2 ago, it was like 99. And now we're back down to 76. So it can't make up its mind. I don't know why I didn't trim that side off of that photo. A little bit more. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna do here. I'm actually thinking... What am I thinking? I don't actually know what I'm thinking. Hold on. I thought I did. This is always... The past, like, week, this is the part in the layout that I get stuck on, is, like, where to start with my paper layering. And I think that was the issue with that last layout also. But... could be neat if I did... Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something similar to that last one where I was doing all those stripes in all different directions. And I could do really thin stripes because this is small. Ooh, and what if we did them diagonal across both sides of the paper, but with a fold in the center? Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna cut some thin strips. I'm gonna cut one thin and then one thicker of each color. Then I'll decide how I'm going to lay them out. Why, thank you. Hopefully, it turns out the way my brain is envisioning it. Just a thick piece of that, and then do a thin piece as well. Okay. And then if we flip this one over, I think, yes, we have this paper. And we can cut a second thin strip. That. And the stars. What's on the back of this? No. Not feeling that. I used to really dislike stars for some reason. I am not sure why. I didn't have a reason to dislike them. I just was not a fan. And recently, I have been all about them. This paper is a little bit more difficult to do these strips of because the pattern doesn't fully translate. So I'm going to try one more of the... This one looks okay, but the thicker one... I'm going to try one more. See if I can get a little bit more pattern going on. I'll keep them both in there and we'll see which one fits the layout better. And then I'm also going to want to fit some of this yellow in there. I don't know how because I don't think... Oh wait, I do. I do have more of that yellow. That means I must have more of this blue as well. Aha. Good, okay. I know, stars are your shape. And I always loved that you used them everywhere. It's like, dang, I wish I loved stars so that I could start using them. Because, you know, there's so many star, like, papers and embellishments that you get sent in kits. And I just never could pull it off in a way that I really liked. But recently, Stars and I have been good friends. So, that is good news. And then we'll do the yellow. I did 3 of the blue and I'm gonna do 3 of the yellow as well. Just in case we need a couple extras to balance the patterns. The uniform patterns of stars. Is that what we're talking about, or just uniform patterns in general? Because I'm all about wonky patterns over uniform patterns, no matter what the shape is. So I'm with you on that one. On that side. I'm leaning toward the thin stripes just because, I mean, we only have so much space on this little thing. I do use the same pattern papers on a few layouts. Not only as part of trying to use my stash more, but just if I find a set of papers that I really like, I'll use them on like 2 or 3 layouts just because why not? But then after like the second or third layout, I'm usually sick of them, sick of looking at them. So I'll put them in my scraps bin, and then later on I'll end up coming back to, I'll either see like one of my past layouts and then go find those papers again, or I will come across them and work them into a different pattern or a different palette. But yeah, usually if I find something I like, I just stick with it for a little while. Especially if it's giving me like creative energy, because then at least I'm able to create something, which is what I need this week. We don't have any of this yellow. Maybe more yellow up here. And then hey Mandy, thanks for renewing your subscription. Oh my goodness, look at that sweet little flower next to your name. That's the first time I've been able to see that. How exciting! How are you? I think I'm gonna turn these ever so slightly so that they're at more of an angle. More of a angle this way, less harsh. And then I have to decide if I want these touching or if I want them spaced a little bit, which I will decide in a minute after I figure out where I'm putting all of the patterned papers. Maybe like this. That could be cute. Or, oh, that is quite all right. We missed you as well, but you are here today, and that is exciting. The idea that I had was that I could leave them kind of white space. That's, yeah. I'm just going to end that sentence there. White space. I was thinking about the white space. I think I like it best with them all the way across. I think I like it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down. Because I could sit here and stare at it all day and fix it and tweak it and move things and change the patterns around, but we all know that's not a good plan. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one right in the center. Actually, I think the best way to do this would be to, where's my ruler? Be to hold them down with the ruler, draw the straight line, and then I'll know where to cut them. And I'm going to cut out a tiny portion of them so that they'll still fold. Now we just need to keep them in the same order, which is a lot easier. Let's put the adhesive on first, then I'll cut them, and then I will adhere them. I think that'll be the best and easiest solution for this, because it can get kind of tedious doing layouts with intricate patterns. Not that this is that intricate, but intricate enough. Okay. Let's see. The first one is always the one where you figure out if your technique is going to work or if you have to readjust. So let's see if we're going to have to readjust at all. Okay. And we'll put this side down. Or not. If I can get the backing off. There we go. Oh. Where are the tweezers? This is that same roll where the backing gets stuck to the tape. It's from scrapbook.com. And usually their tapes are really good, but this roll got sliced sideways. It's quite frustrating. Okay, pull this down toward me. I'm leaving a little gap for the paper fold, bend, fold, crease, whatever we're going to call it, and then sticking that down. That way, I totally just messed up the order that I had those in. Ah, goodness. See here. That, and then this one. Wait, that was on that side. That, and like that. Where did this one go? Maybe right here? And then floral, black and white, yellow again maybe, and then light blue, and then stars, and then blue. Or maybe did I have it? I don't, Hi Caitlin, how are you? I am currently struggling with strips of paper. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that order. I'm going to move them in order this time. And we can test whether or not this is gonna fold properly. Yep, perfect. I didn't think about this strip of washi tape until just now. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was not worried about the washi tape. I think somehow I'm just going to incorporate that washi tape into the design, because I could cover it with like a white piece of paper or something. But I don't mind it. Although I guess it does kind of clash with the thing. Okay, I'm convinced. Let's put some paper on it. We can just continue. Should probably continue with this pattern, with this textured paper, textured cardstock. That way they're not two different shades. So I'm gonna pull this up using this little poker thing, because I found that's the easiest way. And I'm just going to go ahead and lift the adhesive off, and then I'll just reapply the adhesive to the strip when I go to stick it back on. Yay, I'm glad to hear that you are actually scrapbooking. I am as well, is what I was going to say, and then realized that, duh, you can see what I'm doing. But for the first time since last stream, so I'm working through it. Here we go. I'm going to put the first strip of adhesive straight onto the washi, just to make sure that it is really sandwiched in there. Here it is. Ooh, yard work. Bleh. I am not a fan. Although I hope it went well and was quick, and that you are cooling off and will be able to craft soon. All right. Let's try this again. I am again going to leave a very, very, very tiny gap just so that the paper will turn without catching on this layer. And it still closes pretty easily, so that's good. I have the opposite of a green thumb. What is it, like a black thumb or something? Anything I touch, plant-wise, dies. So I stay far away from plants and flowers and grass and such things. Okay, here we go. Let's give this another go. Oh, okay. That adhesive just came right off, so I'm just gonna redo the entire strip. Much better. That's cute. I like it. All right. Back in business. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because this whole like plant lady movement situation is going around where like everyone and their mother wants to grow all the plants and talk about how they love all the plants and flowers, but I can't relate, so I just am usually like, yeah, I'll be over here killing all the plants. I'm hoping that this adhesive is not split like that the entire roll, and that maybe it was just like partially split, because it's starting to get on my nerves and I've only used it a couple times. Let's get our mini scissors. And I guess now I need to decide if I want white space or I don't want white space. And I think I'm going to add white space. I'm just going to eyeball it, so they'll probably all be uneven, but I think that I want that like wonky look. So I'm good with it. Oh, that one was very crooked. Where's my poker? Try that again. I think my head. Apologies. There we go. Much better. Oh, I like these stripes. Okay, I'm feeling it. Now we have a rhythm kind of sort of going. Oh, there it is. I think I'm going to add adhesive to all of them and do like an assembly line type situation, because it'll probably go quicker. Okay. There is the tiniest little gap. It probably is hard to even see on screen, but it's there. It's probably like the size of a fingernail. Just enough white that you can see the white, and then that's it. Ugh. You guys ever get the thing where like you feel super duper inspired, but also like you have creative block at the same time? Because that's how I've been feeling. Okay, here's one. I always pick these like time consuming layouts for streams. And I don't, that's always just a coincidence. I never do it on purpose, but, and I feel like I sit here all silent focusing on what I'm doing. Yes, exactly, Haley. That's how I have been feeling. You guys get me. Where did that go? There it is. Yikes, this paper is extremely thin. It's even almost too thin to use this tape on, and this tape you can barely even see because it's so thin. And I am just wasting the adhesive and putting it across the entire strip. I think that that would be easier than trying to measure out the start and stop point for the adhesive. It's a lot of work. Also, Cody and I are going to be moving in the near future. And if all goes well and I get my way, we'll have an office which will double as like my craft room. And I am thrilled because I work best with my stuff all spread out. And when my stuff has been in the center of our rooms or like the center of our living room the past 4 or 5 years, it's hard to find what I need, and I feel like over half of my supplies are going unused. So I'm hoping that once that happens and stuff, that'll even spark a bit of creative energy in me. I'm trimming a tiny bit from the center just so the pattern continues on the 2 sheets. Okay. Ah! That could have been a disaster. I know, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Not looking forward to like the energy and stuff that it takes to move and then pack and unpack and all of that jazz, but overall, I am very excited. Okay. Making progress. I love when a paper has a pattern that I like on both sides and that I can use both sides in the same project. It makes going through and using up papers, pattern papers in your stash a lot easier. We moved last year. We just moved apartments, but it was still a full move, and Cody and I managed to pack our entire apartment, like from start to finish, in 12 hours. Then the next day, we moved our boxes from one apartment to the other, and then within like 48 hours after that, we were completely unpacked. So I know that if we like just buckle down and do it, we're good at it. But at the same time, like, nobody likes to have to move a bunch of junk everywhere, especially crafting stuff. I just figured out how I like it all in my drawers, and now I have to box those drawers up. Although I'm hoping that then unpacking, I'll create some more systems that really work for me, or like I'll find new places to put things. So we'll see. Yikes. What are you doing in there?
Having some cereal.
Oh, Cody's having some cereal. Oh, it sounds loud over here, but I don't know if it sounds loud to anyone else. Could just be me. It's Cody's birthday weekend, so it's a weekend filled with treating himself to things like ice cream after lunch and cereal in the afternoon and whatever else he feels like having or doing. Yes, it is kind of fun to be forced to start fresh. I agree. Cody, you are getting early birthday wishes.
Thank you, everyone.
Cody says thank you. I know. I'm going to be so close to you, Drea. So close in comparison to where I am now. I mean, I'm not going to be like super close, but to us, it'll be close. Uh-oh. Did I put... No, I don't think I did. I think I cut this one wrong. Maybe not. This one's cut a little funky, but I think only I will be able to tell. No, don't stick yet. Jeez. Spacing. The spacing is really difficult to get on this side. There we go. Yes, the stream manager, although always the stream manager, is kind of taking time off from stream managing so that he can play video games. How's it going?
Good.
No, Fiona, I was not asking you how it was going. I was asking about the video game. Oh, I forgot I already added adhesive to them all. Okay. He is playing... What is it called again?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. The one that I was telling you guys about on Wednesday. The like little farming game. This morning I kind of got in a fight with that game, so we're back on speaking terms, but I'm not as big a fan right now as I have been. there's like, I don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. So I feel like I'll just continue telling you about this till I think of something else to say. There's like a part in it where you have to fish, and it's so freaking hard to catch a fish. Like, even Cody couldn't catch it, and he's like the best person at video games that I know. So how is a person like me, who is video game challenged, ever supposed to figure out how to catch this stupid fish? It just seems really unfair. That's why we're not on speaking terms. Nice tea break. Cody got me started on it the other day. By the other day, I mean like a week ago. And it's been like my go-to downtime thing rather than watching YouTube videos or Netflix shows or anything like that. I just farm my crops. I don't believe so. Cody, do you watch Carnage on Twitch?
I do not.
He does
I
not.
know who he is, though.
But he knows who he is, though. I really love when people use their platforms for good. And so I really like hearing things like that, especially people who like play games and stuff. They have such a huge platform, and it's always so great when they use it for things like that. Yeah, I don't have patience for things I'm not good at either, which is why we're in a fight, because it's just, yeah, we're in a fight, that game and I. That's great. I'm really happy to hear that. Okay. We are almost there, you guys. 3 more after this one. I also decided to take some time off from creative teams. So I have 2 more projects, I think, and then I am no longer on any creative teams. Well, other than Retro Hip Magazine, but I don't really consider that a creative team. That's just like something that I do. It's just like part of my routine. But I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, as much as I love all of the brands I've created for, and I love their products, I'm really looking forward to just no deadlines and like creating solely for myself. Trying to figure out my crafty style again because it is missing, and I would like to find it. Whew, I feel like this is like a battle against the paper strips. Tired. My fingers are my fingers are tired. I've learned that the thinner the strips, actually the easier it is to adhere them in like a perfectly straight same amount of gap on either side. Ooh, that's what I'm thinking, Drea. I'm ready for the energized feeling. I really love creating with products for brands and stuff, but just after so many years, tiny break. At least from like full term commitments. I'm not opposed to doing like guest designing and stuff if the opportunity were to come my way. Um, but for full terms, I think that nice break is exactly what I need. Okay, last one. It, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's good and it's bad at the same time. I think that creating on a for a creative team, on a creative team, whatever you want to call it, is really awesome when you're not really sure of your style or what kind of products you like, or you're still learning and so you want to try out a variety of different types of products and different color palettes and styles and things like that. So if you're really interested in just trying new things and that's your only commitment and you create your personal projects with those products and for those projects. But I found for me personally that I ended up creating double the amount of stuff because by the time I would do all my creative team projects, I wouldn't have any product left to work on my own projects. I am a heavy, you guys have probably noticed, I used a lot of product on my layouts. So after a certain number, I would no longer have product to use on my own projects. So it just felt like it was taking up a lot of energy that I really didn't have to give in the first place. Okay. Whew, we did it. Now where do we go from here? Did it. Nailed it. Stripes.
What happened to your desk?
That's adhesive.
Oh.
Can scrape it off.
I had my cereal my favorite way.
Soggy?
Soggy.
You're gross. Cody eats soggy cereal and it grosses me out. Soggy food is just not appealing
Yeah, soggy
to me.
food I agree, but soggy cereal?
Soggy cereal is the worst. Thank you. I like it. I'm glad I went that route and I just did it. I'm gonna put the holes back in the paper. Drea, you are creating so much more now. And that's exactly what I want, is just time to create for the sake of creating. He had O's. You know those really crispy Cheerio O things with little crunchies in the middle that destroy the roof of your mouth? Those. They're very delicious. I had them for breakfast this morning because it's Cody's birthday weekend, so clearly I have to celebrate as well by having sugary cereal for breakfast. And I had mine not soggy, nice and crunchy and crisp as cereal is supposed to be, and it was quite delicious. Okay, I'm glad that I'm not the only one. Cody, Drea does not approve of your soggy cereal eating.
Oh,
She thinks it's gross.
she can enjoy her cereal her way, and I'll enjoy it my way. My way will be soggy.
We will never change his mind. Okay, I think I'm gonna do quick little stripe situation on here to kind of bring it all together and make it known that this is in fact part of this layout. So I'm gonna trim these really, really thin, like pretty much as thin as I can get them on my paper trimmer. Okay, so I didn't go quite as thin as I probably could have, but that still works. Do that, and then we'll do this one. That one is really thin. I like it. Well, it's like a joke in our house because if I'm doing something, if I'm eating my cereal, I cannot do anything else because I have to eat it so quickly that it can't get soggy. So once I pour the milk in the cereal, don't talk to me for the next like however many minutes until I'm done because I will not be doing anything. I barely even talk to anyone because I have to focus and like make sure that I eat the soggy or the cereal before it gets soggy. So I don't know how I ended up with someone that just is so soggy cereal. Ugh. That's the end of my thought on it. I knew we were friends for a reason. Okay. Right to the edge. And then that still has adhesive on it, and I don't know if I'm going to use it yet, so I'm just going to stick it over there and then see where we end up. I think I'm going to do something like that, and then this will go right there. First, we'll adhere this. Maybe. There it is. Okay. Exciting news. That's me. I cannot do anything for anyone while I'm eating cereal. I am working on some really exciting summer printables for subscribers. And I'm super excited about those because when you guys see them, you'll know why I'm so excited. They're cuter than anything that I've created before. Then I'm also working on a really neat system for tracking creative projects. And I think you guys are going to really like that too. That'll also be available for subscribers as soon as I'm done with it. Okay. Get this. Dried glue everywhere. Look at those erasers go. Never knew they'd come in such handy. I don't think that sentence made sense, but you know what I mean. I really dislike having to use liquid glue on things like this. Okay, that should be enough, but we will see. I started creating it for myself because I was like, okay, I have so many creative projects going on, or that I have like in the queue to be created next. I couldn't keep track of all of them. So I developed a system for myself to keep track of them. And then once I figured it out, I was like, oh, people could really benefit from this. So I am excited to share it with you guys. No, it's not nosy at all. So it depends on the creative team that you're on. This is what I've found. Depends on the creative team that you're on. Depends on how you're utilizing your position on the creative team. If that's what you're utilizing your position for, then yes, but it definitely will help with that. But the main thing is that it depends on which creative team you're on, how involved you are with the creative team. Because I mean, you can create projects and then share them once and be done with it and not say another word. So like if you're really getting involved with new products for the brand and things like that, then yeah, it can help you grow your following or your brand or whatever it is that you're trying to grow. And I think that it really helped me make crafty friends and like I said, figure out what my crafty style was at the time. And I think you'll also know when you are no longer feeling like being on creative teams. If you're drawn to them, you're probably drawn to them for a reason. So I always say to go for it because they are really fun and they're an awesome way to get involved in the community if you have the opportunity to. And then I think there'll be a time when you can just easily say yes or no, like yes, I think creative teams are for me right now, or no, they're not. If it's does that make sense? If it's like a no, you'll know for sure. That was a really long answer. Yay for completing projects instead of doing housework. I support that 100%. I created a list of my like projects I'm either working on or want to work on, and I put it on a like a 3x5 index card, and I was moving it from planner to planner, and then somewhere along the way I lost it. So then I created a new list, and I think I left some stuff off, and then I lost that one. And so this third time when I finally was going to remake my list, that's when I was like, you know what, that's the last straw. I need a better system because I keep losing them. I'm trying to figure out. I think I'll do my photos in here. Do one. And then I'll do one up here. I think. Or maybe I'll do them both like this, and then I'll do a couple lines of journaling down here. I think I want to do the title along this line right here. And I want to do a mix of these alphas. So they're both from Citrus Twist kits, and these are like a copper foil. Then these are just a pretty puffy alpha. But I guess before I do that, I have to sort of know what my title is going to be, and I have no idea what it's going to be right now. So we'll work on the title after we do the photos. So let's finish backing those. I'll start out with the same color, and then we'll go into the layers. And I think that's when I'll switch up some colors. Try a couple new things. Okay. Kind of cut the bottom of that one crooked, but that's all right. I'm just going to leave it. And we have, so these are just two photos of Cody and I. One of them is like us smiling and one of us is being silly and making funny faces. And I really wanted to incorporate this star paper more. Should have backed my photos in it because now they're just a smidge too thick and the pattern doesn't show from the side. I think I will do something like this. I'm going to trim it right there. See how it goes on the first one before I trim the second one down. Let's see. Oh no, you guys. My tape is getting dangerously low, which means I'm going to have to place an Amazon order. Because I won't be back up with my favorite tape until next month, and we all know that I can't wait that long because it'll get dire like it did last time. Okay. Trim a little bit of this off. Last weekend there was a car show thingy for Father's Day near where Cody and I live, like we live like in a city, so it's like right in the center of the city. And they landed a helicopter right outside of our bedroom window in the street. So Cody and I were, I don't know what made me think of that, but Cody and I were woken up to a helicopter landing outside of our window. I think because these photos were taken last weekend and it was on the day that happened, so that made me think of that. But that was a neat experience. I don't know if I like that. It takes up a lot of the stripe. Maybe I'll do one of the photos on the front. Not feeling it. Photos on the inside. Here, let's try some tissue paper. I think tissue paper is going to be the way to go, and I might peel that star paper off the back of the last photo and replace it with tissue paper. Just slightly softer and the stripes can show through. And I'll do 2 layers of tissue paper. Much better. Yes. Okay. I'm going to take this off, hopefully without ripping. Ah! There we go. Hardly any damage. Oh man, it was almost big enough. I think that this is that funky tissue paper I was telling you guys about the last time I decided to use tissue paper. It's like it was wrapped around a product or something. It's not actual tissue paper. It's very odd. Okay. That there. Thank you. I agree. Much softer. I like it. Okay, and I think I am going to center those, and then I'll do like a couple lines of journaling and then some stamping. Hobby Lobby has pretty patterned tissue paper, and then there's also a lot of online stores. They're like tissue paper specific stores that sell patterned ones. I use a lot of patterned tissue paper in my mixed media and my art journaling. I unfortunately am not a gift wrapper as much as I want to be. I always want to do like those super pretty, and I mean I have the ability to, I just don't have the patience. And in my mind, like spending a ton of time on wrapping gifts, I get discouraged because the person is gonna like rip it open. And then all of that hard work just gone. You just have to, I forgot you don't have Hobby Lobby where you're at. You just have to Google patterned tissue paper. I don't remember the names of the stores offhand. And then just be careful because a lot of them that will come up initially are going to be patterned tissue paper for businesses. So they're going to be bulk. Just pay attention to the package size because you don't want to end up with like a box this big with tissue paper filled with tissue paper. I think there's one called like Paper Mart or something like that. Where is my ruler? I don't need them to be perfect, but I do want them to at least sort of be in the same spot. Okay. And I'm definitely thinking that it needs like a tab right here, so we're going to add that also. Let me finish adhering. Oh, she's super sweet too. I love everything she makes. Awesome inspiration for gift wrapping. Just trying to adhere this a tiny bit in the places that didn't have tape. There we go. I think. Almost. Right here this side? Nope. Jeez, where did I put tape? Okay. Now we're good. I'm also going to add some stars. So, one thing at a time. Where are my labels? I mean, my tabs. I have these Avery tabs mixed in here, but I'm looking for a small one. These are all the like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. I don't remember the length. But I have some in here that are like 1 inch, I think. They'll look a lot better. Maybe I'm out. I am not. Wait, nope. Can't any. Okay, then I guess this is the size we're going with. Oh, this one was attacked by something. Put it. I really want the shorter one. Okay. I'm going to. I remember where I have some of those small ones. Maybe in here? No. Maybe in. Where would I have put them? Possibly in here. Let's look. I know that I have more of them, and that's what's bugging me. Okay. I'm just gonna leave I'm gonna leave the tab off until I can find one of those smaller Avery tabs, because I think that that's what will look perfect right there. And we'll just go on and do the rest of it. Let's bring out the stars. I have these 3 that are left over from that other layout, and then I have some little wood veneer stars, and then in here I have all different size wood veneer stars. We'll see what we can make with those. Oh, there are also some that are just the outline. Okay, let's see what we can find. I have large ones and I could trim them, but I really like how they have the shape of the label. And if I trim them, they would be perfectly straight. I know that that's like super tiny detail. But I know that I have smaller ones in one of my drawers that I can find afterward. Let's see. Let's do my journaling first. Pen. Where's my pen? Oh, it's over here. 3. That'll work. And I'm gonna do some. Where's my. I'm doing some pencil lines, even though I don't have to write perfectly straight. I just want to have a general guide. I know, I could trim it with the curve, but I'd rather just find the smaller ones. Because I'm gonna need them anyway. Oh. Somebody in the hallway just dropped something. And it sounded like it broke. Okay, and then the third line. Okay, that'll work. Just keeping it super simple. So I'll write my journaling and then I'll wait for it to dry and I'll erase the lines. And then I'll draw them in with my pen. I figured you already knew my response to that. I also wish that that was down and to the left a little, but I am not going to be that picky about it. I don't know if this word has... I don't know how to spell this word. Does Cheeto have an H on the end or no H? Does anybody know? Cody, do you know if Cheeto has an H on the end after the O?
No.
It doesn't?
It's the O.
But no H.
No.
Okay.
C-H-E-E-T-O.
Okay, thank you.
KFC unleashes Cheetos chicken sandwich.
Ew, Cheetos chicken sandwich? Yes, Cheeto like the chip.
Special Cheetos sauce and Cheetos on sandwich.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening to you. What are you saying, Cody?
Cheetos sandwich.
Yes, what about the Cheetos sandwich?
Cheetos sandwich, special Cheetos sauce.
That sounds disgusting.
It looks pretty gross.
Okay,
It's
scratch.
probably mayo based.
Yes, it probably is mayo based. Cody hates mayo. Scratch the erasing part because it's fading my text. I'm just going to draw the lines in and hope that you can't see the pencil lines because I don't think you can. I mean, I definitely can, but I don't think anybody else will be able to see them. Good enough. All right. Now we can add our stars. Oh, thank you. My watch is telling me to breathe. Apparently, I'm not breathing. I'm just gonna do like a bundly hodgepodge mess of stars. No real order. See that one right there? And then, where's the tiny one? I have the hiccups. Again. I've had the hiccups more this year than I have in my entire life ever. All right. Oh, jeez! Holy crap! What are you? Why would you scare me?
I'm trying to carry the hiccups.
Oh my gosh, Cody! You cannot do that in the safety of my own home, where my guard is down. Oh my gosh. Good night, Mandy. I'm so sorry I just screamed in your ear. Have a nice dinner.
I got rid of them, see?
You did get rid of them, but like now I'm sweating. My heart is beating really fast. It was not worth it. Thank you for your help, though, Cody. Appreciated, kind of. Oh, I'm glad that someone enjoyed that because I did not.
Who enjoyed it?
Drea. She's laughing. She's dying, actually, to be specific. I'm one of the most easily spooked people that I have ever met. I am, like, you know that saying, like, she's scared of her own shadow? That's pretty much me. And he knows this, so I don't know. That's always his go-to for getting rid of my hiccups, and it rarely works. Apparently it did today, though. Yes, Cody.
Mute for a second.
Okay. Stand by. I'm just muting for one moment. Okay. I'm just adhering these stars down. Ah. Did you see that? Did anybody see that fine line, whatever you want to call them, the bottles have changed, and I'm assuming it's because these ones are so extremely hard to use. They're like, oh, my hand is numb after that. They're like little tiny, thin, skinny, tall, circular bottles, similar to this, but just like taller. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's easily scared. Not just because I'm a scaredy cat. Yes, I am also interested in trying them. Might have to order some and let you guys know how it goes. And how it compares to the flat ones, because those ones are, like, brutal on the hand. Oh, I didn't glue them all down, apparently. I was feeling so accomplished. Everyone I've ever talked to that uses the fine line bottles all say this exact same thing. I love the bottle, but it's way too hard to use. So I'm assuming they were going off that feedback when they created this new one. And I'm excited because you guys know how difficult those can be. All right, now they are all adhered. I'm gonna put these ones away because I don't need them. Oh, actually, I'm gonna leave them out, but over here, because I think on the front, once we have our title and everything going on over here, I will probably add a few stars to pull it all together. And then I'm also thinking, where did this? I'm thinking I might. Also, after Cody scared me, my face and my whole like head, I just feel very sweaty. Which is probably not anything you guys cared to know, but I'm telling you anyway. That's why every time I'm done using it, I squeeze it sideways like this to pull the air in, because if I leave it, I also get scared when it finally lets air in. Or releases air, whatever. Yeah, like it. Okay, I'm gonna put that is not, I wanted this much thicker. I was going to just put a thin strip right there. But I did want it thicker, I think. Yeah, it took many times of me being scared to finally drill it into my brain that I basically had to talk with myself. Like, Susanna, you're not allowed to use this bottle unless you do that. Uh-oh, I just pulled off one of my stars. Oh, there. This acrylic star is solid and really heavy, so the glue is not all the way dry, so it's easy to pull off. We are going to put this on there and just let it sit for a sec. Also, I just have to say that lighting makes such a difference. I was just looking at the screen at like this mess that I've got going on, and even with like my pile of trash and I don't know, my broken brightly colored pencil and everything, the nice natural light and these lights that I have make even my like messy crafting space look really cute and like, oh, I'd love to craft there. It's just really deceiving because if you guys saw this area without the lights on, it would look like I was creating in a basement. It was very messy. Okay, let's see. Nope, still not dry. Almost. Not quite. Okay. I'm actually going to go. I turned down the lights just a smidge so that you guys could see a bit more definition of the layout. All right, let's try that now. I'm gonna go with this thick piece, and I am gonna put it there, and then we're gonna do our title here with some star sprinkles. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, and you know what else I'm going to do? I am going to use tissue paper. I'm going to use, where is it? Not that, because I hardly have any left. Use this ultra thin stuff. I'm going to do 2 layers of tissue paper behind this, just like I did with the photos. Okay. And add the second layer, and then I'll cut after I add the second layer. Actually, I'm going to cut before the second layer because then both layers can have different shaped edges, which will show the dimension a bit more. So, grab this. This side, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be hanging off the other side, so we're going to trim it. Same with the sides. This is really the only side that you have to worry about. Get our second layer. All right. Move this out of the way. Whoa. Just hit the camera. Okay. I think I'm gonna do it like that. You can see the layers of the tissue paper just like you can behind the photo. I'm just gonna trim this side flush with the patterned paper so that it's easy to line up with the edge of the layout. Ladder adhesive. Yikes. Getting all tangled. Okay. Okay. And then I'll just trim the excess off. Nice. All right. Here they are. This is the hardest part of every layout for me, and that's figuring out a title. Okay. I always go with the most basic titles you could ever select for a layout. Where are the tweezers? I'm counting to the center of my title, or of this word. Let's see, I need a piece of scratch paper. Okay. center of my word is going to be an O and an R. And I think I'm going to have my title at the top here. So that way it's, yeah. Okay, so I actually need to finish this word first. Oh, hate when alphas rip off of their sticker sheet without the sticky stuff. Okay. I wanted to use these for the title on my last layout with these pattern papers, but I didn't end up actually doing a title on that layout, so I'm glad that I'm using them now, because I think they go really well with this theme of the pattern papers. Okay, let's see. E. O-R-I. That's it. Those are two J's, not an I at all. Mine too. Mine too, Drea. I usually actually, on small layouts like this, I don't even do titles usually, just because they're rough. But I'll just find like a little piece of, I don't know, like a die cut that has a phrase on it or something, and I'll just call that my title. But with this one, because it has so much extra space, I kind of felt like a title was necessary. Already had the R, but it's okay. I also really love thickers. I don't know what it is about them. I don't use nearly enough of them to make me feel okay about how many I have. But I do love them. Aww. Fiona's laying at my feet in the sun, and she is so stretched out, and she is so tired and just happy looking. Okay. Whew, okay. Almost done. This paper definitely needed something else right there. Underneath the title. Ooh, you know what would have been fun? A piece of vellum. Darn. I mean, I could always pull them up and then put them on top. I don't know. Let's finish the inside first. I'll let that. I'll sit on that for a while. I'm thinking an outline to hold everything in, and then some splatters are needed on this page. I'll put my extra tape over here. We're gonna do it in this navy, because you guys know I love my navy pen. I want to get more of these pens, and I know that like microns are nothing special, but this is the PN, which has like a different tip on it than your standard micron, and I really like it for things like the outlines on my, or the borders on my layouts, because it glides over the textured cardstock really well rather than getting stuck in all of the different grooves, and I like that. Yes, that was needed. Pulled it together. Whoa, sorry. I think it's really washed out. Probably from the... Let's see. I hope that's better. Then we'll do little accents. Okay. I like it. Now we need some splatters. If I could have found a way to make that grid work right there, it would have looked really cute. Because you can see the tiniest bit peeking out along this seam, and it does look like it goes really well. So if I decide to use the rest of these papers on the same layout for another, or like together on another layout the same way I did on the last two, I will probably try to include some of that grid washi because it's really cute with the rest of this. Okay, hopefully that's good. Do a little over here. And then I'm going to go up to the top right here, trying not to get this gold, this wet gold on any of the white cardstock. Okay. Uh-oh. I got a big blob on Cody's face. It's okay. Better. And then over here as well. I did not want for those two big blobs to be there, but it happened, so I'm gonna add a third intentional little blob right here, just kind of balance it out. And then once it dries down, they won't look so like odd and placed like that. Oh. Like that cardstock on top of a wet layout. All right. Let's get you guys up close here. The colors are not true on camera or on screen to what they are. But it's still pretty cute. We have like a mustard. This one's more of like a coral than it's showing up. And then the mustard is looking more orange, but it is more yellow. I like it. And then this is the part that I'm going to have to work on. I don't know what I'm going to add there, and I realize that now that I put those there, I have to wait until it dries to be able to figure that out. But that's okay, I don't mind. And this is actually the first fold-out layout that I have done in my Life Crafted album. Ooh, sorry, I can't get this in there, and I don't want it to dry out. I'm gonna actually show you guys just what I've done in here. Most of these are for creative team projects, but this was supposed to have a picture of me. I still haven't put it there, but I will eventually. I'm holding it at an angle so these aren't too glary for you guys. That was for Retro Hip magazine. This one I still haven't. This is like a skinny sheet, so it's not in its own protector yet, but I really like the way that one turned out. That one. This one I also like. I did this one when we were in the desert. That one, oh, that was a situation in itself. And then this is the other half of the back side of the layout I was just working on. So this will go in here. That'll go in here. I'm starting to do more for this album outside of pockets. And that album doesn't really serve a purpose other than just like recording 2019 and various photos from the year that I like. But it doesn't have a specific theme other than that. Alrighty, friends. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here today. I feel really good about the project that we finished, actually. Usually I'm like, okay, it was cute. It was a good creative practice. But this time I actually really like the layout. And I will keep you guys updated on how I finish the outside of the folded page once all of this is dry. So probably like tomorrow sometime. But be sure to follow along here on Twitch. It is different than subscribing, and it does help the channel grow and help other people find our creative community, which I know we all love. And then, of course, follow along with me on Instagram to see the stream schedules and any news and updates having to do with the stream. I will have new subscriber downloads coming very soon. I'm just working on them and trying to get them finished, but they're summer themed, and I'm really excited to share them with you. And then, of course, you guys are always welcome to join us in the Creatives Club Facebook group. The link to that is in my Instagram bio. And most importantly, I always almost forget, don't forget to share your creations using the hashtag #MIMCraftyStream so that I can go stalk them and see what you guys are up to. Alrighty, friends, thanks so much for joining me and taking time out of your weekend to get crafty with me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!